Hi everyone, I'm Jian Her. I'm a master's student at Teachers College, Columbia University, and my major is in instructional technology and media. So today I'm going to be sharing Source, a browser-based media literacy simulation. So before we start, media literacy isn't just about fact versus fiction anymore. Our feeds are messy, emotional, and fast-moving. And increasingly, generative AI shows up in these feeds as if they were just another news source. Students are often left trying to make sense of truth while juggling overstimulation and conflicting signals. That's where Kruglanski's idea of seizing and freezing becomes important. Under uncertainty, people seize onto the first explanation that feels right, then freeze on it to reduce discomfort. Our simulation recreates those conditions, but also pushes learners to unfreeze and re-seize as new evidence comes in, just like in real digital environments. So let me walk you through the simulation. So if you enter, you get a quick little introduction of what the simulation is about. And there is our pilot episode, which is Starjuice Gate. So players will be journalists investigating a viral claim about a fictional energy drink. So you get your name in there. And it will give you an assignment. It's from your editor, that what you'll be doing. So you're going to be journalists investigating this controversy. Before you start, you will be making a decision on what your take is before you actually see the scenario. And then if you get in across tabs, there's Twitter, there's TikTok, Reddit, and PDF reports. There's a lawsuit filing you can look at. There's a thread with journalism agencies. There's messages with specialists. There's all that. And what you can do here is that you can highlight specific parts you like and collect and tag your clues as supporting, refuting, misleading, or needs verification. So you can add personal notes as well, and it will be added on your journalist notes. So you can do various things. You can, for example, if you go on a post and if you want this one, you can add it, so it will keep on adding here, and this will all be used later on. So you can go through all this, and while you're doing all this, and you go scrolling, you're trying to gather clues, and in random times, there will be notifications and multiple voices competing for your attention. So it's creating a cognitive overload. But this technically isn't a bug. This is by design, and it's trying to mirror real media conditions. Also, a last important point is that AI isn't a neutral helper here. So you can go to ChatGPT, you can actually ask questions about it, like you actually using it. You can see it, you can actually clue this as well if you want, as well as an AI analysis. And there's one more thing where I feel like I think that Grok is a very, very important part in the AI atmosphere right now. So there is an interaction with a user in Grok as well. So AI here is positioned as one more media channel. So like you're raising the question, like, do you trust it, or are you treating it like any other source to verify? So when you're done, you can finish investigation, and here are the evidence that you collected throughout your play. So now you can draft an article to send to your editor. So you can choose which evidence you want to include. So this moment matters. So you're making a decision on whether you include or leave out certain evidences that shape the narrative. You can send your draft, and then comes self-reflection. So players review their initial reactions, identify turning points. You can write down your moment of uncertainty. I feel it's really, really important. So the turning points where you froze on at one idea and later had to unfreeze, and consider which sources influenced them the most. So this is a moment for self-reflection. You can check your confidence level and some questions you have for future reference. When you're done, you will be given feedback by your editor. Right now, mine was not satisfactory because I did not do well, I guess, according to the rubric. If you click on the PDF, you will be able to see a report of how well you did in different categories. So it's given across 4 criteria: lateral reading, evidence use, source evaluation, and reflection on uncertainty, which are all based on fundamental research findings. So this feedback isn't like not right or wrong. It's supposed to be more for reasoning. So it's highlighting how you're thinking, how you're taking on the experience. So by combining seizing and freezing theory with overstimulation design, Source makes visible how difficult media literacy really is. It trains students to handle cycles of uncertainty and to treat AI outputs critically as sources to evaluate, not just tools to trust. In doing so, it offers something different from static curricula. It offers an active space where students practice reasoning under real-world pressures. Thank you for listening.